Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Drawing with Mr. Sepulveda. I'm Mr. Sepulveda, and on today's episode, I'm going to redraw Tenley McAuliffe's sneaker design. And normally, if you guys have been following all the redraw episodes, I like to redraw characters, and so I decided this piece needed a character, and who better to choose than Tenley. Right here, you're going to notice that I struggled, and I think it's kind of a good point to kind of make out. I was struggling with the hands. I kind of struggled with like my Danky Kaminari hands, and I was struggling here. I think my problem was I was trying to make them a little bit too rounded, a little bit more uniform, a little bit more realistic, and I was struggling hard. And I think later on in a future video, I'm going to hit like a real-time hand study type of thing. You'll also notice here that I'm trying to really hard. I'm trying to figure out how to place where Tenley's going to be in perspective, where she's supposed to be in relation to that sneaker, or like that outline of the sneaker. And so once I get a good enough head, I start zooming it in, just to make sure that in retrospect she is bigger than the sneaker itself, right? But overall my style is a little bit cartoony, and so the sneaker is still pretty large. I ran into some new challenges here, some new things, such as drawing lips, having braces on a smile. Tenley's got like a load of hair, and so trying to figure out how the hair was going to fall down and which ways it was going to go, how messy I was going to make it, things like that. So I did have fun designing that. So back to the sneaker, right? So when I was designing the sneaker, I was trying to figure out how much design I needed, how much cushion, how much colors to put on, and then I put a hockey logo on there. And I did that because Tenley plays hockey. At some point during the year, I gave her a Stitch drawing as a hockey player, and so I wanted to make sure that the hockey sticks were present. You'll notice I put the number 10 there because it's what I call her. That's my little nickname for her. But later on, you'll see it change into the number 21, which is her actual hockey number. Okay. Here I am just kind of figuring out what the back part of the sneaker is going to look like, and so I kind of lifted up a little bit. The shoelaces weren't too bad. It was just trying to keep it as uniform as possible. Having the laces drop down to either end was kind of fun. And I know Tenley, and I asked her about favorite colors, and of course she was like a teal, blue, and white were the main colors that were supposed to be on the sneaker design. I think my version of teal looks a little too green, but I promise you it was pretty teal, at least on my end. I wanted to make sure she had large enough eyes because I think that fits the style a little bit better. Again, you'll see me struggling on the lips, even though I have them down and I have the braces down. I was still kind of struggling because I was uncomfortable with it, because I haven't drawn a character with braces, or haven't had a character that had lips and a smile right at the same time, so teeth and lips showing at the same time. So here I am playing around with her hair, trying to figure out how it's supposed to go, how it's supposed to fall, trying to figure out where gravity's going to take it. I thought putting an ear would help, but I'll notice this soon enough, and you probably notice it now. That ear is way too small for this character, and so I do fix it up, and I will notice it, but I don't notice it until after the coloring stage, which is kind of ridiculous, but hey, that's all good, right? When you're in the middle of something, you just kind of notice it as you go, right? And so this is kind of where I notice it, and so I try to make sure that the hair falls in a way that would cover the ear, just because I wasn't sure why I put such a small ear to begin with. I gave her like a teal greenish background. Her eyes in some cases are blue, and sometimes they're green, but they're really like a blue-green somewhere in the middle, so I do change that up in post, as you saw there. Here I am hitting the shadows. I will hit the lights momentarily as well. So, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys want to submit an artwork to me, for me to redraw, just like I'm redrawing Tenley's sneaker design, please shoot me an email at the link below, or by clicking the My Links button on my YouTube banner. I would greatly appreciate it. Give you a shout out, and you'll end up with a JPEG file of this picture that I redraw for you, sent directly to your email. Alright, boys and girls, that's it for me. I can't wait to see you guys in the next video. Have a good one. Bye.